I don't know why it is, but every time I go to make something, I've got the wrong size tin. It causes my husband to raise his eyebrows and groan, basically. But anyway, this is the fudge. What says Christmas more than fudge? Or any other time of the year in my case, but that's why I'm the size I am. I love fudge. Homemade fudge is something else. So, and you can buy homemade, I'm doing inverted commas in here, which you can't see because I'm still not recording myself. You can buy homemade fudge, but it's not as nice as proper, real, we've done it in our kitchen, homemade fudge. So you need a square tin 8 by 8. I haven't got one. So 8 eighths is 64. My tin is about 70, but it's what it's going to be. So I can't help that. That's what we've got. In here, we have chocolate, vanilla essence, and condensed milk. It's not at all fattening. I don't want you to think that. I'm going to add to it chopped walnuts and chopped cherries, which I haven't chopped. So I'm going to make mine sort of fruit and nut, but I thought I'd put cherries in. Just got quite a lot of cherries about me at the moment. I've got raisins as well, but I thought cherries and walnuts, quite nice. So this is going into your microwave. So this is getting easier by the minute because we're not faffing about with over a pan of hot water. And it says in the recipe, 30-second increments. That's a good word, isn't it? Increments. So every 30 seconds, you take it out and you stir it up. In the meantime, you look for your cup of tea, which you've just made. Oh, there it is. You can't find. So 30-second increments. Every 30 seconds, take it up. Give it a stir with a sweet wooden spoon, as opposed to one your husband made the fajitas with last night. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's a walnut. That's most peculiar sitting on there. Right, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So, I understand that when it's done, it's very stiff because a lot of chocolate condensed milk, and the chocolate, of course, is what will make it set beautifully. You can use white chocolate. I've used a mixture of dark and milk, mainly dark with a bit of milk. You can use white chocolate. What you can do is do white chocolate and stir it through so you get a marbling effect. That's actually really what I really want to do. Oh no, it's awful. That's new bread, which I've already covered with foil. So that's done 30 seconds. The chocolate is very, very slightly, I bet you can't hear me, the chocolate's very, very slightly melted, but not a lot. Oh. You can see the chocolate's sort of starting to melt, but not really very much. So we'll put that there. I'm going to look at it in another 30 seconds, and my bread has got another 15 minutes to do. So while I'm doing this, I'll be able to show you the finished Christmas tree bread roll thing, what I've made. She's looking slightly more like a Christmas tree, I think, than it was before. We shall see what you think of it. Hitting the 1 minute and put it on 3 lots of 1 minute, i.e. 3 minutes instead of 30 seconds, but I remember in time and stop. I thought this was going to take ages, but it's actually going quite quickly. It could be because although it's October the 11th, it's absolutely boiling hot. And in my kitchen with the oven on at 240 for my bread, it's really, really hot. So I think that's probably why it's melted quickly. So that's 3 lots of 30 seconds done. Let's have a look. Hang on, hang on. tastes absolutely divine. I mean, decadent and evil and ridiculously fattening, but it does taste nice. So I'm going to chop up my cherries while we're waiting for that. There used to be a chocolate bar whose name completely eludes me. And it was sort of like a Bounty bar, but it had cherries in it. Does anyone remember? It was absolutely gorgeous. They don't make it anymore, obviously. All the nice ones are discontinued, aren't they? So, this is nearly melted. There's a few bits of chocolate not quite melted. Gosh, it really is quite solid. Another. Leave it a minute because I need to chop these cherries. I've been talking to you rather than chopping, and they're not ready. So I'm just going to get those ready. How many I need? I just need enough to make it full of nuts and cherries, I suppose. And you can do it with sprinkle sea salt on the top is one of the things they suggest as a thing, as an idea. And you could use those dried raspberries. I don't know what they're like really, but they would be good with white chocolate, I should think. I think that might be enough. So I'm just going to do one more for luck and say that's enough. And then I'm going to do this for another 30 seconds. And I think we're done. I'm going to bring it over here and show you on turning around in small circles on my trivet, which I've just found. So I'll show it to you when it's done. Right, here it is. If you can see. It's very stiff and gooey. Oh, this looks absolutely wondrous. So I'm going to pour this into it. So 4 ounces of nuts, which I just happen to have. I was going to put almonds in, but I didn't have 4 ounces. So we've got more nuts because I did have 4 ounces. More nuts and cherries. And you tip this. Oh, I'm really struggling with a bad shoulder at the moment, so this is really not what I should be doing, but hey ho. If I stand that on, I'm sure you all know this. Always stand things on a dish towel of some sort and they don't move around while you're doing what you have to do. So that's all going in there, and then you smooth the top and lick the spoon. I strongly hope it's going to, I haven't read that bit of the recipe, but I'm sure it says lick the bowl out very carefully in the absence of any children to help you. So, it couldn't really be much easier because with those 3 ingredients, condensed milk, chocolate, and a few drops of vanilla, which you can leave out if you don't want to put it in. There we have it. So I'm going to, that's moving, push that into the corners. And keep the paper in place. Move the top, it says. And because I'm good and use a spatula, unlike Nigella et al., I don't have a lot to lick. There we are. So that's it. And all you have to do is leave it to set. And we have fudge, which you can then cut up into small pieces and put into attractive jars, pots, whatever you wish, really. It just says, oh, refrigerate until set, about 2 hours. Remove from the pan and cut into small pieces. You clearly wouldn't want a big piece. I mean, how sickly is that going to be? It looks wonderful. So refrigerate until set 2 hours. And it's set now. And I don't know, bring in my fridge. Fridge reassembled. Right, there we are. That's the fudge. In the meantime, we have over here, just 5 minutes to go, but I'm going to show you anyway. A Christmas tree. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to lift this up. I'll take the little bits off it just for me. If I lift that up, I'll lift it up and show you. See it all right? It's the wrong way around. Here's the top of it. Oh, I can't show you. There's the top of it, and there's the stalk at the bottom. I'll take a photo, might be better. Anyway, it looks absolutely yummy. Certainly looks cooked. Yeah, there's the top. There's the two little ones at the stalk. And it gets wider and wider and goes to a point at the top. A little bit overcooked at the top there because I didn't get the foil over it. Fan ovens and foil are quite tricky because you put the foil on it fuffles up off the top. But there it is. So you just break it up. I'm going to eat these little bits that I've made. You just break bits off it and eat it. And that is it. I'm going to put it on a cooling tray. When it's completely cold, I will freeze it ready for something or other. But there it is. Okay. Christmas tree bread rolls. Preferably not quite so burnt at the edges as I've done it, but you get the idea. Okay, goodbye.